said it in their news conference that Brad Stevens,
Yeah.
the basketball coach, formerly of Butler, now the Boston Celtics, had a huge influence on your thinking on how to be a coach. And you said part of the reason was the way he conducted himself in press conferences. I've never once had a coach say to me, I really need to get better with my press conference. Why did that make such an impact on you?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the way I conduct myself in a press conference, but just his approach to the game and his thought process and how he evaluated decisions. And I could just tell that everything had sound logic and reasoning for why he did it. I always appreciated his courtside demeanor. I try to be the same way myself, never get too high, never get too low. And I could tell that his players have respected him everywhere he's been, and he's been able to accomplish great things. And so, again, someone I don't know a lot of. I just know the history of him as a coach, and I've always tried to follow him. And I think anywhere you can learn, whether it's a press conference or watching a guy during a game, anything that you can make yourself a better coach, I think is worth watching and worth trying to emulate.
You mentioned the word culture many times. The NFL being what it is, culture is very important. The intangible of culture really matters. I think you guys have showed it. Certainly the Patriots have showed that over the years. From what you know of this organization, this franchise, what is the culture here right now?
Well, I truthfully can only speak going forward, and I know that we're going to try to establish in the way that we're going to go about doing it. And it's through great communication and having people of high character who all have a shared vision and want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. I think that's something that every player in this league wants to be a part of, and we'll bring that to Cincinnati.
You were Tommy Tuberville's offensive coordinator.
Yes.
His last season in Cincinnati.
Yes.
It did not go well. Why not?
I think that you could point to a lot of different reasons, but I think it's important to take responsibility for everything that you can control. And not getting the most out of the offense was my job, and it's something that I've learned and has helped me through the last 2 years of my coaching career. And adversity is good for you sometimes. I've learned a lot during that season. It was a tough season, probably more than any other season of my lifetime. And so I'm appreciative of Coach Tuberville for giving me that opportunity. And unfortunately, it didn't go the way that we wanted. But for me professionally, that's been a big part of my coaching life and how I approach things.
What specifically did you learn from that year?
Well, there was a lot of adversity to face, and you need to be a leader in the face of adversity. And so I think that you're always somebody that people are going to look up to, and you got to carry yourself the right way and be a problem solver. And certainly wish that we could have another year to solve some of the problems that we had, but unfortunately that's not the way this profession works, and you just got to move on.
How much did you talk to Andrew Whitworth about this place?
Whitworth, as we all know, is a unbelievable resource on and off the field, and a great leader for us as he was here in Cincinnati. And so, I try not to bother him with too much as we've made the Super Bowl run, but he's been a great friend to me, a great guy to coach. He takes coaching as well as anybody in this league, and so I look forward to continuing our friendship as we move on.
Did he give you any advice, though, specific advice about Cincinnati?
Well, I could feel his love for this organization, and I know that we parted ways and he came to LA, but it made me feel good knowing how much he appreciated this franchise and the Brown family, and I could tell that he has a deep appreciation for this place, and that was not lost on me, and it really drove home that this is a good place for me to be.
You're 35, right?
I am.
Okay. How does being so young, how is that an advantage in terms of dealing with the people in this locker room?
Well, this is a new era of players, to be honest with you. The social media influence and the things that they encounter on a daily basis. So I'm not too far removed from that scene, and I'm excited to connect with those guys. And sorry, my daughter just walked in. I got distracted there. Can I start over that question? I could hear you yelling at me. I think it is. This is a new generation of players, and they're influenced by social media, and so I'm not too far removed from all that myself. And so, but like I said earlier, as long as the players know that you can help them get better and get the most out of their game, then they'll respect you and do what you want to do. And it starts with building a relationship with all the players in this team. And once you build that relationship and that trust, then you can push them to new limits and hold them to high standards.
The last one, I'll let you go. Your brother is a coach with the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you guys competitive?
We're unbelievably competitive.
How so? Give me an example of things that you compete on.
Basketball. If we go back to Norman, we're going to play one-on-one basketball on my parents' driveway. And it's going to be physical, and there's going to be a lot of trash talk. We've faced each other, I think, 3 times over the last couple of years as opponents, and there's a Taylor Bowl trophy, that
The
exchanges.
Taylor
hands.
Bowl trophy.
That's right.
For one-on-one basketball.
No, this is for games. This is for NFL games.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
unfortunately, I'm 1-2 against him in my time in Miami and at the Rams. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we're a competitive family, but we love each other and want the best for each other. But when it comes time to do battle, we're competitive.
I was going to say, more importantly, who's won the driveway bowl?
Unfortunately, he's the better athlete, and so he typically gets the best of me. But it's not due to lack of effort from myself.
Zach Taylor, thank you.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Appreciate it.